Hey everyone, it's Alex here from Ninja Teacher, and if you've been watching this channel, you'll have seen some of the videos that we put out are Ninja Teacher TV episodes. And what I want to do here is tell you a little bit about what Ninja Teacher TV has been, how it started, and now that we have arrived at 100 episodes, I want to do a little recap of the whole journey and what we've covered during that time. All about teaching English in Vietnam, all the videos we made, and what's next for the channel. So if you subscribed sometime in the last 2.5 years, you would have probably seen some of the more vlog type videos labeled as Ninja Teacher TV episodes. Now when I started Ninja Teacher TV as a series, I had already put probably over 100 vlogs about teaching English in Vietnam out on YouTube, and a whole lot more about South Korea, teaching English there, as well as traveling in Thailand. A whole lot of different videos. We have almost 500 videos on the channel now. But Ninja Teacher TV was a special project that I wanted to start to basically document the journey and show you what it's like to teach English in Vietnam. And basically in the beginning, the idea behind it was to show our teachers stories, show behind the scenes of life in Vietnam, what it's like to teach English in Vietnam, and more of like a daily life vlog style. So at that point, I separated interviews and also informative videos into different categories, so those weren't technically part of the Ninja Teacher TV episode, so I was still releasing those. But I wanted to put together a series that you could just watch and really get a sense of what life in Vietnam was like. The first episode, I just checked it out now, was published in June 2017. And around that time, we were working with a partner company here that ran the TESOL course that we were basically recruiting for and working in partnership with them to bring people to Vietnam to start teaching English. And that was a good partnership for a few years, and for a year after that, the episodes that were made were while we were working with them. Now in the last 1.5 years, we started Ninja Teacher Academy, where I am right here, which is a fully owned and run by Ninja Teacher TESOL course, the 4-week classroom in-person TESOL course, as well as more than that. You know, it's a program that helps you get prepared to move to Vietnam, get everything you need sorted out, all the documents, how to get visas, arrive in Vietnam, get trained, get practical experience with Vietnamese students, learn the skills and techniques you need to start actually being a good teacher, and then helping you find a job at the end of the program. So we learned a lot in the process, and it's now been 1.5 years of running Ninja Teacher. A little over that now, I guess 1 year and 7 months. And I think the videos showed a really awesome progression from, if you watched before Ninja Teacher TV, that was more my story, my journey of becoming an English teacher, still making videos about my first experiences of teaching English in South Korea, giving tips and advice, then moving on to Vietnam where I taught English, and then slowly transitioning into a company. When I started Ninja Teacher TV, I had in the back of my head that I would be starting my own and our own TESOL course during that period. And I think that was in the back of my head, but at that point I started out making videos about our journey to getting 1,000 people per year graduating. So that was the goal. So it's, you know, it was like follow us on our journey to training and finding jobs for over 1,000 people per year. And at that time we were doing like up to 300 people per year. So I thought that I would be making Ninja Teacher a platform that allowed lots of people to sign up, and it would grow in quantity rather than quality. Over the course of the next year, I made the decision that I wanted to focus on running our own course so that we could do things the way we wanted. And so for about 1 year of those videos, it was starting our own course. So I think it's really cool you got to see the behind the scenes of building Ninja Teacher Academy, putting together everything that was required to run a class, building up the team even further. We're now a team of 5 people. And at that point, because we started bringing people into our own program, we focused more on the running of the course, so we weren't marketing it as much. We didn't want more than 1 class at a time to start, because that would mean over 30 people per month we'd have to bring in, and that would mean 2 different classes. So we've stuck to 1 class for the last year and a half per month. And that's been really great. You know, we're filling up classes now, we're running courses every month. And so we're graduating about 100 people. It didn't go up to 1,000, but I changed direction to focusing on building the behind the scenes and the program that we offer, and really focusing on making that as good as I possibly could. So I really like the fact that the journey is being captured in these videos that I'm really proud of. The other big thing was completing the entire road trip from Ho Chi Minh City to Hanoi, and that was done with me and Kyle. We did the first half of the trip in 2018. So we went from here, Ho Chi Minh City, to Da Nang, halfway up the country, and that was like a 10, 11-day trip. And then this year we completed the trip from Da Nang to Hanoi, and again it was about the same, I think 11 days. So just under a month of motorcycle journey videos, and that was like a big passion project of mine. So you can click below to see the full playlist from start to finish, and I think we captured some amazing stuff with the drone shots of the country and sharing what it's like to actually go on a motorbike road trip all the way across Vietnam. And someone left a comment on the last video about it being a bit like The Long Way Around with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borden, something like Charlie someone, the 2 guys that took the road trip. First they did the long way down and then the long way around, or the other way around. And that was like a huge compliment to me, because I love that documentary. Obviously we don't have a huge crew or something like that, but we produced something that I'm super proud of, that's been a lifelong gold mine. Not lifelong, because I only thought about it in the last few years, but it's been a huge gold mine. It's one of the most awesome experiences of my life. In the last 2.5 years, through Ninja Teacher TV, we've shown some of the really cool things that we've accomplished as a team. It's not just me, for sure. We've had amazing support from the whole team, myself and Miranda, who's our enrollment manager, Kyle, who was our trainer for the 1.5 years, and now we have Claire, who's amazing, as our head trainer. We've got Chi, our Vietnamese staff member, who's the school networks manager, and she's great. She's just such a nice person. She really has great relationships with all the schools now, so that we can find people good jobs. And we have Steph, who's our academic manager, who also helps with training and does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, helping students with everything from lesson planning to support on a day-to-day basis. So we really have an awesome team, and I'm really proud of that. So I'm going to stop saying how proud I am. But for me, it just feels like a big accomplishment, and thanks to everyone that watched, because if I didn't have an audience on this channel, and if you guys weren't supporting our company by choosing us to come through to start teaching English in Vietnam, this wouldn't be possible. So the company behind the brand and the YouTube channel is what kind of keeps it all going. So I'm glad that we have that now as a really established company that does what it's supposed to do. It delivers results for people, and in the course of these episodes, you've been able to see that being developed and established. So yeah, it's been cool. So now one thing I want to do with the channel is, I think that the episode formats for me has come to an end. Reaching 100 episodes was something that I was starting to get excited for because I wanted to change things up after that. So I also felt like the content was divided up into those different formats that I mentioned. And now we also have a podcast, and I always had to kind of pick, is this going to be an informative video or a Ninja Teacher TV episode or an interview? But what I really want to be doing is just making the best content possible, which may combine all of those things at the same time, or some of them or one or the other. So I don't really want to be stuck in the episodic format. So I think what I'm going to do now is drop the episodes. The channel is still going to be the Ninja Teacher channel, and I guess it's still going to be Ninja Teacher TV, but it isn't going to be separated in that way. But I'm really going to be putting effort into delivering the best content with information and lifestyle and insights from teachers here about everything to do with life and teaching English in Vietnam. So that's the plan for the channel from now on, and thank you all for watching. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you thought about all the episodes. I always read those and I like to see the comments, and I get back to as many of them as I can. So yeah, that's it for this episode. I'd recommend turning on the notifications. You just click that little bell button there and you can get notified when there's new videos. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.